This is Mick. He plays the guitar. And this is our drummer, Pat. Anthony is Mick's cousin, and we call him Wolf Boy because his ability to grow facial hair is unparalleled. This is Mike. He plays the guitar as well. And I'm Joe.
This is for the glam rock people here.
We've been described as a cross between Ziggy era Bowie and early Verve. When I first started talking to Joe, we were talking about Bowie, we were talking about Sway, but when I first saw the band, my impression was really more of the early Roxy Music stuff. You know, where they would go from a very traditional rock and roll, structure into something a little bit more bizarre, and they would, and the transition would be effortless. Like, you always know it's the same band up there. Pat and I have been together the longest, and Mick answered, I think, a Craigslist ad, right? Yeah. And then Mikey, I had been friends with for a while. We both used to see each other drunk at the same bars all the time. We decided it was time that we might as well get drunk together. And then he told me that he played music, and he told me that he was going to be like a Gallagher from Oasis, right? And I was going to be like Fred Anderson. And we were going to take over New York City in different bands. And then he, he decided to join us. I think New York City has colored our sound. Playing out, being at the clubs, listening to what the DJs play, even subconsciously, I don't think you can get away from it. There's a certain sort of vibe going on that's New York. Actually, a lot of this album was written on the subway, which is a very inspirational place. Very dirty, I think, and you see a lot of miserable people on there. And I think it's easier to write when you're not happy. Taking the subway puts me in a bad mood, and I'm able to write things, and I come up with ideas. It's been an inspiration for me.
Is there any way you two guitarists could turn down a little bit? Because I don't want to turn up my bass.
Can you turn down that? I just turned down.
Let's play. What do you guys want to play?
Go on a chain. Go ahead. When we practice, it's great and it's sweaty and it's like, we're creating. But when we're on stage, it's something different, and I think wearing makeup gives you a feeling that you're really there to put on a performance rather than just, there to sort of like connect with your bandmates.
My first show with the band was at CBGB's. But from there we played Mercury Lounge, and we had our CD release at Knitting Factory, which are always great shows. Crash Mansion, of course.
Yeah, I like Crash Mansion.
We played at the Rothko, Luna Lounge when it was in the Lower East Side, and now that it's in Brooklyn.
I think that we separate ourselves from a lot of other new bands in that we do have musical hooks as well as vocal hooks. And I think everybody today is so focused on, you need a catchy vocal, you need a catchy vocal, you need a catchy chorus, and I'm all about that. I think that's important as well. But the music I love also has something musically going on that's not only interesting and intricate, but is also catchy, like almost like another voice. Girls in cars, beating a dead horse, you know.
We have spaceships.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Vimby.
Thank you.